Welcome to your reading. This is for the next week to 2 weeks or whenever you find it. Now, I wanted to really bring in this energy of transformation and change this week. I've personally been immersing myself in the Life Reset program, my mini challenge, and then the actual program itself that starts October 28th. You're invited, by the way, if you want to learn more, go to the link below or reach out to me directly. I'm so happy to share more information about it because it will change your life if you're ready for a reset, if you're ready for a refresh and a refocus. Health, wealth, relationships, business, career, whatever it is on your mind, maybe your entire life, this is your opportunity to take sustainable and successful change. We start October 28th, but as soon as you sign up, we start working together. So don't wait. This reading has been inspired by that energy, that life reset energy, that how do I become the next version of me, the next level of me, and what can I do today to make that change, to plant those seeds, to embrace that energy? Because regardless of if you go through a program to make change or you simply have a deep, devoted commitment in yourself to change, to transform, we all need a little bit of help. We all need a little bit of guidance. We can't see our own blocks and gaps because they're our blocks and gaps. We only notice what we can, and for the rest, we do need other people. So let this reading today be that mirror, be that guide, be that invitation to see yourself more clearly and be able to start to shift and transform your situation, whatever it may be. Now, the first thing I want to do is pull some cards on your general energy. This is going to offer insight, but also let you know if this reading is meant for you and if the rest of the messages are going to land and resonate. So looking at the general energy of the group of beautiful souls who will be drawn to this reading. Oof. So we have the moon, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. Lately, you've been a little bit in the dark on what way to go in a situation. This could be a relationship. It could also just be in general, where do I want to head with my life? Where do I want to spend my time? What do I want to do? This moon energy is you not so much at a crossroads, but on the road, and you've kind of just paused and you're like, where am I heading? Where is this path that I'm on taking me? And will it fulfill me? Is this what I really want? How did I kind of get here? And do I want to keep going? So there might have been a few decisions you've been faced with lately around your future. And that could be a future with someone else or simply your future in general. The moon card is a card of also the subconscious and mysteries and the unknown. So there might be things that are coming, like they keep coming up. And like, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I don't know why I keep being faced with these situations. I thought I had sorted out this area of my life, and yet here I am again. So just acknowledge that if you're feeling a little bit confused days or like, how did I get here and what's happening? Know that this is in alignment with this reading. The Hierophant and the Four of Cups, this is like a disappointment in a commitment or a contract that you've made. Maybe you've realized it previous to now, but right now, this week and next 2 weeks, it's really coming home to you how much this is not a right fit. That could be a marriage. That could be a job. It could be a course, a coach, an opportunity, something that you've signed up for, said yes to, and you're realizing, oh, I thought the grass was greener over there, and it really isn't. There is this energy of dissatisfaction, discontent, but also a little bit of judgment as well. That energy is keeping you stuck, as I'm sure you already know. But also it's another sign that this reading is meant for you. Any other cards for the general energy of the people in this room at the moment? And at the moment does mean on the replay, obviously, because this is not live. So we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, and we've got the Four of Wands. How interesting that we've got another four. So to me, the Hanged Man is you've changed your mind, but you haven't changed your actions. This could look like you complaining a lot in your mind, you wishing a lot in your mind, you planning a lot on what you would do differently in your mind, but nothing actually on the outside has changed. The Four of Wands, I also see that there is a relationship in your life that is very fulfilling. This could be with a person, it could be with a family member, it could be with a loved, a romantic partner. It could be with more of an intangible relationship, like a job, a career, a hobby. And it's almost, I'm getting the energy here, like it's confusing you on why this is easy and this is good and this is right, and other things are so confusing. We have the Hermit card. You've also been, maybe due to that confusion or even due to the energy of the Moon card, feeling like you need a lot more you time, a lot more solo time. And my question here is, have you been giving yourself that? If you've been feeling the call, if you've been feeling the urge to retreat, to reassess and reflect and replenish, like allow yourself to do that. I get the sense in that Hermit card that it's almost 50-50 in this group. Half of you are listening to that. This has been a period of retreat, reflect, refresh. And the other half of you, maybe from wounds from the past, or simply making it mean something negative, something lazy, something judgmental, you feeling the call of looking after yourself and going hermit mode, but you've not actually done so. So those are some of the general energies coming up and through. The Lovers card just did this weird spin-off from the bottom of the deck. This is also a great time of love, of connection, of following your purpose and your passion. So maybe some of the contemplations you've been having in your hermit mode or on that, which way am I heading in my life, is around what will fulfill you, what will sustain you, and basically what you want to marry yourself to. Purpose, place, job, whatever it may be. All right. I would love to get a few cards now from your guides. So when I'm asking for cards from your guides, it's like for the people who will be watching this, what do they need to hear? And I'm open to receiving that information from anywhere supportive, from anywhere aligned, from anywhere that has your best interests at heart. The Three of Stones, creativity. Get creative in how you go about these changes and these transformations. Like whether you are going through a full life reset, you're redefining your career path, you're going back on the dating scene, perhaps. I do get the sense that that might be for some of you. Allowing this to be new, this to be fresh, this to be a creative approach, probably an approach you haven't taken before. Things get to be different. The Seven of Arrows, insecurity, kind of indicates here that you are hesitating on getting creative. You're hesitating on taking a chance. You're hesitating on doing things differently because of your fear of what that might look like on the other side. The judgment, the criticism, the backlash. Even when we make a joyous, aligned, loving change for ourselves, sometimes there are people who get triggered by that. Like you've done nothing wrong, and yet somehow they make it feel like you have. That is not truth. That is just them. That is just them operating from their own wounds, and they only land if they mirror and match your wounds as well. So, invitation, go into that hermit mode, get clear on who you are, what you want, what's going on for you. So, whatever you do next is more in alignment. We've then got the Fool card. So, this is the Wanderer card in this deck, but it's very much encouraging. Then take that leap of faith. You get creative. You acknowledge your insecurities, you acknowledge what you're worried about. You also acknowledge that if they're based in other people's opinions or the external world, that they can only land if you let them, and then go and take that leap. A leap of faith doesn't have to be a dramatic shift, by the way. Often a leap of faith starts with an internal commitment to change and like truly committing to it. Like even if no one else knows about it, you know that things have changed. The Four of Vessels, boredom. Sometimes it gets boring. We make a plan, We decide to change, we commit to different, we're open to the new, and then the day-to-day grind sets in, or we realize there's just some like very average looking tasks that it takes in order to make this change. They're in alignment, they're good for you, they work for you, and yet your probably dopamine um, addicted brain is just used to more go, 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 or a million things, or overwhelm, or connecting to the problem, or being challenged. So keep an eye out for that. Boredom is not necessarily a sign of misalignment. It could just be a sign that you're used to just receiving too much information and doing the things that will get you to where you want to be might seem boring in comparison, but if they're in alignment, they are good for you. They are meant for you. Check in with your own intuition on this. On that note, if you're feeling like there are some challenges in your life and you know they're a challenge, but you just don't quite know how to get over them, I ran a free like mini masterclass today in the Divine Gateway, which is a Facebook group, all on a different perspective on challenge. And it was powerful. It was like absolutely amazing. It's for like 45 minutes. If you want that lesson, I'll put the link below to go join the Divine Gateway free Facebook group. All right, we're going to use the Find Your Purpose deck by Jess Sanders. Planting the seed here that this card is helping us with that moon card commitment, the path you're on. Making that commitment, making that internal, yes, I'm going to do this statement and believing it and choosing it and willing to get bored and insecure around it because it's worth it. So what message does this group need about their purpose, their path, and their commitment? All right. So we got this unicorn Pegasus. I was just checking if it had a horn. It does. Unicorn Pegasus. And we have a quote, by Maya Angelou. If you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. You're the flying unicorn Pegasus. You are amazing. You are magical. You are so unique, and you will stand out when you choose yourself. Your path moving forward at the moment might be in shadows, but soon there are stars, there are galaxies, you're up in the clouds. So maybe there's a little bit of a message there as well. You're so focused on, is this dirt path I'm walking? Is the boring tasks I'm doing? Is the stuff in front of me meant for me? And it's like, yeah, you're following this path, but truly you're meant to be up in the sky and flying. So keep walking the path until you get to that point where your wings grow, your horn comes in, and you are ready to be this flying Pegasus unicorn. There's a question and an affirmation on this card. Is there a part of myself that I am trying to hide? I'd be super curious to know what comes up and through for you with that question. Pop it in the comments below. Is there a part of myself that I am trying to hide? You may need to go hermit mode on this one. Get clear, get close, get curious. Is there something I'm trying to hide? You might need to look for signs in your life of, where do I feel shy? Where do I feel disconnected? Where do I feel like I want to say something, but I don't say something? It might not immediately come to you. It might, but you can also look at your life for clues. We have an affirmation as well. I am becoming more of who I am and less of what others demand. I love that one. That's so good. I am becoming more of who I am and less of what others demand. I get the sense some of you might be a little bit picky and you're like, well, no one's demanding anything from me. It could be our perception of what they demand subconsciously. Like, oh, my family expects me to pack their lunches and do the school run and da 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 da. My friends would treat me differently if I chose to do this thing. So the demand of what their reaction might be could be influencing you. So broaden up what that word demand means. Let's pull some cards just to see what might be on the other side of this, or surrounding this transformation, this change, this you choosing you. You got the star card. Know that when, I mean, you choose to be this flying Pegasus unicorn thing, that is the path you're meant to be on. That when you become of more of who you are and you let go of what others might expect from you or be used to from you, you are following your true path and your true calling. You might be focused on what you could lose, but that's only because you haven't allowed yourself to see what you could gain. New opportunities come your way when you choose yourself and your path. How many people are so much more interested and attracted to a flying unicorn Pegasus than just this horse plodding along a trail? Eight of Swords, you don't see your greatness and you're using that against yourself. If you're tempted to come up with all the reasons why you're not good enough, why you're not this flying unicorn Pegasus cool creature, then know and trust that you are blinded to your true self. And when you are blinded to your true self, you cannot walk your true path or fly your true path. The Nine of Wands. You're tired of change and transformation. You're tired of trying to be better. You're tired of growth work. You're tired of not being where you want to be. You're tired of life being difficult when all you want it is for it to be easy, for it to be graceful, for it to be abundant. You just want to be happy. And you're tired of the fact that it seems so hard for things to be easy and happy. It has been hard. Like we can almost backtrack this. It has been hard because you've been blinded to yourself. You've not been open to aligned opportunities. You've been focused on the negative and you've been disconnected from what truly matters to you and where you truly want to be heading. You might use this to inspire you. Is there a part of myself that I'm trying to hide? That could be the direction, the kick in the butt, the invitation, but you might also work it the other way. Just keep choosing you. Keep thinking, what is right for me in this moment? What is meant for me in this moment? What do I want to do in this moment? What would make me happy in this moment? We don't have to have the big vision to do the daily first steps, the next step, the right step, the step in front of you. So if you're feeling like you can't see all the goodness and greatness that you could become or your ideal life or where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, don't let that stop you. In this moment, what makes me happy? In this moment, what feels loving to me? In this moment, where am I called? That will help you discover your unicorn flying Pegasus thing. Whew. All right, let's see. With the Magical Herb Oracle, this will be the last cards I pull today. Final messages. Maybe signs or things to look out for. Ways of being in your unicornness. You got the card of compassion. Even when you mess up, even when you're not the unicorn, even when you're not flying, even when you're confused, be compassionate with yourself. Even when you see yourself doing something that's not in alignment, be compassionate with yourself. And that's going to take courage. It's going to take courage to go, ooh, if I don't beat up on myself and if I don't complain, if I don't make this mean something negative about me, if I don't make it a big deal that I don't quite know where I want to go, that's really scary and it's going to take courage. And it's safe for me to be in that unknown. It's safe for me to take the step today that feels good, not knowing where it's going to lead. Big courage, big courage. One more card. Focus. I often say to my clients, if we're doing a visualization or we're doing a timeline activity, or I'm asking them, what do you want to do in 5 years' time, whatever. It's like, if you can't see that far out, just bring it back until where it's in focus. If all you can manage is to plan for and prepare for the next day, do it. The next week, do it. The next month, do it. The next year, do it. And when you get to the point where the focus is fuzzy, it's cool to stop. Compassion, courage, focus, you've got this. This has been a very interesting reading this week. Make sure to let me know what came up and through, what resonated with you, and if you felt value in this call, please share it. Share it with your friends, share it with your community, share it with your followers, share it with anyone who is open to receiving messages on how to create and live a life that they love. Remember, I do these every single week, so make sure to check back in. I also put a lot more stuff out on Instagram. It is not all tarot stuff, but it's all making your life better stuff. If you want to join me in the Life Reset program, information below. You're also welcome to book a little check-in call with me. So it's a 15-minute Zoom meeting so we can make sure this is meant for you, it works for you, and that you're ready for a life reset. No obligation, just an invitation for a conversation. All right. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.